Have you ever heard of a place that simply vanishes from the map? A town where everyone who ever lived there is gone, and yet their shadows remain? They say if you wander too far off Route 9 in West Virginia, you'll come across a faded road sign that shouldn't exist. The letters read, "Welcome to Black Hollow." But here's the terrifying part. Black Hollow hasn't existed for over 70 years. The government burned it to the ground, erased it from records, and warned people to stay away. And yet, I went there. And what I found inside still keeps me awake at night. This is the story of how I barely made it out alive from a town that doesn't exist. A place that steals your soul the moment you enter. I grew up hearing whispers about Black Hollow. Teachers dismissed it as folklore. Parents threatened us not to talk about it. And the few old folks who remembered the place would just shake their heads and mutter prayers under their breath. They said Black Hollow was once a small mining town in the 1930s. Then, in 1952, the entire population, over 300 people, disappeared in a single night. No bodies, no survivors, just empty houses with dinner still on the tables. Some blamed the coal mines collapsing, others claimed a sickness. But the most disturbing rumor was that something was living beneath the ground. When I was 21, drunk courage and boredom led me and 3 friends, Jake, Tessa, and Morgan, on a late-night drive. Our goal? To find the phantom sign everyone swore appeared only to those it wanted. At 2:13 a.m., headlights caught it. A rusted green road sign half hidden in weeds. Black Hollow, 6 miles. The air inside the car changed. Cold. Heavy. My skin prickled like we'd crossed an invisible line. The town appeared suddenly, as though painted into the forest. Wooden houses sagged under moss, windows black as empty eye sockets. A church steeple leaned dangerously, its bell swaying though there was no wind. But the strangest part? Every clock inside every home was frozen at 2:13 a.m. Inside the general store, shelves were stocked, but the cans were swollen, bursting with rot. A notebook lay on the counter with 3 words scrawled over and over, "Don't look up." Naturally, Jake looked up. His scream shattered the silence. Above him, clinging to the rafters, was a figure made entirely of ash and dust, its hollow mouth wide open. The second we looked away, it vanished. From that moment on, we weren't alone. The church doors were chained but opened with almost no effort. Inside, pews faced backward, as if the congregation had once worshipped something behind them instead of the altar. Carved into the wood of every pew was the same phrase, "The hollow takes all." The bell above us began to toll. Except no one had touched it. Morgan bolted for the exit, but the door slammed shut. And that's when the floorboards began to breathe. A trapdoor led us underground into the old coal shafts. The tunnels stretched, endlessly, with faint whispers echoing. Not words, just a sound like hundreds of voices breathing in unison. We found miner helmets still lit, batteries impossible after 70 years, and scratched on the wall in blood-red letters. We never left. The moment Tessa touched the wall, dozens of pale hands shot out of the darkness, grabbing her ankles. We pulled her free, but the thing that followed us wasn't human anymore. Legends were right. Something lived under Black Hollow. Something that fed on souls. It wasn't one creature, but many, all fused together, faces screaming in silence, bodies twisting into a shifting mound of ash and bone. Its eyes glowed like burning coal, and it spoke in hundreds of voices at once. "You stayed too long!" Jake didn't make it. His body crumbled into dust the moment the thing touched him. The town itself began collapsing as though rejecting us. Houses burned without fire, streets folded inward, and the church bell's toll grew deafening. We ran. We didn't stop until we passed the rusted sign again. And the second we crossed the tree line, Black Hollow was gone. Just endless, empty forest. Only Morgan and I made it out. Tessa, she's still alive, but not really. She hasn't spoken since that night. Her eyes are pure black, and sometimes in the silence, I hear the church bell toll inside her chest. The worst part? Last week I drove by Route 9 again. The sign was back. And this time, instead of "Welcome to Black Hollow," it read, "We're waiting." If you ever see that sign, don't stop. Don't look up. Don't enter. Because once Black Hollow notices you, it never lets go.